Alright guys, this is game one. To kick us off, spawning in the top right corner, it is the blue Protoss representing TSOP Gaming. It's Ela, because I'm pretty sure X's are supposed to be silent sometimes. And spawning in the bottom left corner, it is the red Zerg representing Risen Competitive. Give it up for New Breed, with a pool already on the way. How about them apples? Protoss is going to go for a gateway first on the low ground. Very standard, and that's also whenever he's going to scout too. Gas also on the way. New Breed is getting his gas as well. So this isn't like a pool gasless hatch. This is going to be some serious aggression, I think. Meanwhile, on the top side, he's going to populate his gas, what looks like one at a time. That's going to allow him to drop an expansion pretty quick, but he's going to see that, well, he might have something he needs to defend instead of dropping a quicker base. Still going to keep one guy on gas and try to block this hatch from going down, although he doesn't have the money to put it anyway, so. Lings are on the way, and this probe actually is going to die. Scouting probe does go down, so now there's no information on the other side. Is this a Roach follow-up? Is it Lings? I don't think he... No, he didn't even see what's going on. No, he doesn't know. This could be a proxy hatchery. This could have been a hatch to third base. I wonder what he's going to think when two Zerglings show up. But here he is, though. This play from New Breed is going to actually force out an Adept and a Zealot, a second Pylon pretty quick, and now finally the hatchery for Zila does go down. Zila, I don't know. And now these two Zerglings are going to get in the base, attack the probe, but run away. Okay, that was actually two Zealots, not a Zealot and Adept. And now he gets a full scout. Sees everything that's going on here. Zealot's going to chase him around a little bit more. Say, get out of my base. But speedless Zergling faster than... Oh! So Zergling goes down before he gets the scout on the Stargate. So if there's an Overlord nearby, he probably will move that over pretty soon to get an idea. Also, that's pretty common right now for Zerg to go Stargate. I'm sorry, Protoss to go Stargate in this matchup. So New Breed, slight aggression in the beginning of the game just to throw the opponent off. Only ended up being two Lings. Still, third base not down yet. Looks like he's going to try to take that now. It's a little bit late, I think, for this matchup, but given the build order that he did and also has a lair on the way, it's appropriate. And now he's going to see that there's one Stargate.
A new queen has emerged.
And also, of course, since it's a Stargate, you can see what's being built. There's an Oracle on the way. And he's going to put down spores. So Zerg here, doing this what Zerg wants, and that's operating with maximum information. However, this Overlord is going to go down. Rest in peace, Obi boy. And we're still mining one guy on gas, so I'm not really too sure what Zerg's going to go into here, but his focus right now is putting guys on money. Abos X in the chat talking about go Zila, rooting on your team. That's good. Oracle does pop in, gets some hull damage, and I don't think I saw one worker did go down. And now that boy's gonna get information. He sees the Hydra Den is on the way. Pretty early Hydra Den, right? So maybe a Hydra timing is in the near future. Another Overlord going to go in and try to get as much info as possible. Okay, Zerglings get past what is not a wall in the natural. And they are going to try to take out that Stalker, but just dying for a little bit of hull damage. And also another Overlord is going to go down. Zergling does get one probe and disrupt a little bit of gas mining and mineral mining. On the back end, now we've got roaches. Not roaches, but at least a roach warren is on the way now. No third base prospect here at the moment from Zila. Zila is floating a bit. I think this person could move out and take a fourth base, or a third base, excuse me, pretty soon. Or we're going to see an all-in, and I think that's the route we're going to go instead. On the other side of the map, there is no vision anymore for New Breed. New Breed is reacting completely blind to anything he sees, but Blink is on the way. We've got 4 gateways, also a Robo Bay, so maybe Blink Disruptor in our coming future. And New Breed is pumping out the roaches, the lings. Looks like he decided not to really go too hard to the Hydras. No, just kidding. He's getting the upgrade. All right. That's what happens when you have a Terran casting for a PVZ. I have no idea what I'm looking at. So it looks like he's going to move out and try and take the triangle third base. Lings are now going to see what's going on over here. And sees the probe. Probe is... take some hull damage. The frozen Zerglings are going to know that this base is here. So really safe play here from Zila. Zila goes up to higher production, moves out whenever he feels appropriate to take this next base. All is well. On the other end, though, New Breed is still pumping out units. He's stopped at 51 workers, and now he's going to try to pressure this. There is some units here, not a lot. No shield batteries either until just now. But this looks like it's enough to push back the reinforcements, and this base might get canceled. Yep, Oracle does go down. But there is now a Colossus in the field, so this timing is going to be pushed away pretty soon. Being a little annoying, splitting off the roaches, forcing these units back. He's going to do some damage up here with tanky roaches while the Hydras and the reinforcements are going to continue to attack this base over here, trying to get the cancel. A little bit of Warp Prism Micro here at the Colossus, but it's not going to be enough. Base does go down, and that's... wow, good save on the Colossus. But you want another base. You don't want to be in this type of position right now. Not whenever your Zerg opponent's taking a fourth base. However, he does have good units. He does have Colossus out. Not another one on the way yet, but once those Colossus start to snowball a bit, it can be scary for a Zerg who's on a purely ground-based army with no anti-Colossus tech. Infestor Pit on the way. And DT Shrine as well. There are, at least in the main and natural, spores, but it doesn't mean it's going to be the same case in the other base. New Breed rotating around, left side. Oh, what critical timing. So he's rotating around to the left side, and now Zila at the same time put down this next base. And unfortunately, that is going to get assaulted and canceled. Canceled from Protoss. And he's going to poke forward with his army and say, hey, you don't want to come this way? New Breed agrees. He's going to bounce out. He's going to try to rotate around again. Did he see that? He did not see that go down. So let's see what he decides to do. Is he going to poke back this way or poke back the other way, assuming he takes the other base again? Well, looks like New Breed's going to roll away from that location. Protoss setting up some observers so that way he can get early warning, put the army in a better position next time to deal with some aggression. DT's on the other side of the map, though. 5 warped in to Warp Prism. Warp Prism's now going to go into the main, and these 5 DTs are going to run over to, well, these Spores and Spines. Did he see the DT Shrine? No, he didn't. That Spore is going to go straight down. Okay, and this base is under attack at the moment. There is no Overseer here or Vision. Third Hatchery is going to fall for New Breed. And... alright. 3 drones fall, but that loss of the hatchery is huge. New Breed now going to be mining 35 out of 16 on the other location. And in the main, there are charge lots. I lagged for a moment. Charge lots are getting some damage done. Workers got pulled. He did scout the lurker dead though, so that's good for the Protoss. Lost mining time, killed 6 drones. I think that was 3 zealots. That paid for itself. New breed forced to take another base. And now our Protoss player is going to start to take his third, start to get that probed up. New breed setting up on the right to try to do some aggression with some units. Maybe if there's a move out, do a little bit of run by. But now here we get to that point that I was talking about where we've got 3 Colossus. And if you don't have anti-Colossus, that's kind of scary. Big boys do damage. And Zerglings see that. And they're going to once again kill a probe over there. This Prism going across the map is going to see this, as well as the Overseer. And there's a lot over there too. He does see the Lurkers. Now he knows what's going on. He wants to take out this army before the Lurkers get there too. He does have 1 Phoenix, which can be good for lifting up units. New breed also doing another run by with the rest of his boys. Good warp in from Zila. New breed pulling back on the right, pushing forward on the left. Lurkers are going to move into position. They're close enough to assault gas, but that's all they're going to get. And that Observer goes down because of the Overseers that are in position. So the remainder of his vision over here is this 1 cannon that has low health. And there's only 1 Phoenix to lift up these boys. So he's going to move forward with the Colossus and pulls right back and says, hey, forget that. On the right side, he is going to try and take another base, but there's a probe harassing drone, or a Ling harassing probes. So New Breed is slowly pushing forward here, kind of trying to push the Protoss out of this base. And without an observer, I think he might be able to do that. And I think Protoss realized that whenever he started setting up this other location. And yeah, he forfeits the base and says, okay, you can have it. I'm going to get over here and we're going to secure this base. Those Lings are gone now. 2 Zealots are in pursuit. And now he's going to... Protoss is going to do the best he can to try to keep this army contained over here. Not allow him to push up to the right and attack the Nexus, which is unfortunately off-center. But in a situation like this where you're already starving, it feels like, for money, having a few mineral nodes, do you cancel that and lose, what, 100 minerals? Or do you just keep it going? Looks like either he doesn't notice or he's going to keep it happening. Big run by on the right side. There are no units here to defend this. Protoss's army is out on the map, and he's going to warp in defensive DTs. There is not an Overseer, so that might actually do what it needs to do to hold this off. New Breed's going to focus the Nexus, and over here, Protoss is going to back up a little bit. However, that Nexus is not going to go down. DTs are going to clean up what they need to do. Hello, Dante. What is up? Okay, defensive DTs do a good job, and the run-by goes down. Zila takes 2 bases at once. Lurkers are in position over here to deal with an assault coming from the right, but little does he know the assault is coming from the left. He has to reposition his Lurkers, and that is going to happen just in time, and that might be enough to push this army back. Super defended over here. He says, hey, no DTs. I wouldn't send a DT over there. I wouldn't send 10 DTs over there. Actually looks like it's 2 pixels off. Well, at least he's mining from the left side. Although he might want to saturate this base first. Zerglings are going to push on the right side again, and he's taking a really aggressive hatch up here. However, the army for the Protoss is going to come down here and start to clear out some creep and cut this off. New Breed once again is going to go attack this base. What is being warped in here? Zealots, and there's a cannon. The Protoss army is going to split up and return here. He did see the other hatchery though, so that hatch is going to get attacked. However, while he's dealing with this, New Breed is pushing up on the left side. He's going to try to get himself in a really good position with these Lurkers. If he can cut off the Protoss and keep him up here and cut him away from these other bases, that could be really detrimental for the toss. But New Breed's going to elect to siege up over here. Really aggressive recall, attempting to save the base. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, but he's going to come in from 2 sides. Actually, this is really cool. He's going to try to flank the Lurkers and the army. Both Colossus do fall. And I think there's just too much here for New Breed. There's not anything that's going to be able to deal with these Lurkers. Lurkers clean up the army for the Protoss. So now Protoss, 12 army supply, is not in a desirable position. There is one Overseer still here, so these DTs are going to fall. And I think we're going to see a GG. GG, well played is called. And that is the end of game number 1. Alright guys, here we are, game number 2 on the map Death Aura, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner. It is the blue Zerg representing TSOP. It is Corocario. And the top left corner, it is the red Protoss representing Risen Competitive. Give it up for our captain, Revolt. And this is standard low ground pylon. If it wasn't anything else, I would think we have a problem. But we don't. Yeah, actually, that's exactly what I've done. I've gone to like a really low. So like my scroll speed was on 72%, and then Jehefe's like, put it on 20, and I did, and I'm like, this is unplayable, and he's like, I play on 20. How are you 6K and you play with a 20% scroll speed? But I guess being really efficient with camera hotkeys is really helpful. I'm also building walls now because I'm pressing the camera hotkey for, you know, natural or third base and just doing supply depots versus double tapping 5 and going at whatever command center I end up at. Protoss getting a good scout in here. He did a pylon scout, so he's going to see everything that's going on and can build according to whatever he wants. I like this, right? For this matchup, you know, for Protoss, I think pylon scout's good. You lose a little bit of mining in the beginning, but you can react to anything and just do what it is you want to do. Is my Nexus 60 minerals later or 5 seconds later because it's, you know, going to take me another minute to get that 60 minerals? Sure. Is it worth it? Yes. Because if you come over here and there's, you know, 11 drones in a pool, you just start prepping for the defense. And this is a good map for it too, actually, because the wall here is really simple. Double gas on the way now for Revolt. Let's zoom that out a little bit. Yeah, Steven. So here's my hotkey. My camera hotkeys are Q, W, E, and spacebar. Get a load of that. Pylon in the back here. I wonder what he's going to throw up there. Clearly the goal is to make sure that it doesn't get scouted as easily. One Adept on the way. There are no Zerglings across the map. That Adept rallied to the other side. Probe is going to get chased around by some Lings. And he's going to come over here and check, just make sure there wasn't a cheeky Pylon. Oh no, I see what he was trying to do. Put him down here. Probe comes in. Wouldn't see the drone. So he's going to try and make sure he gets a good base. And make sure he, you know, not easily scouted. He didn't see it, and he didn't see a drone that was going for it. So that was a really good play. Excuse me. Stargate almost complete. And he's going to start setting up his Overlord to come in here to the base. It's cute to come in here, but it's not cute to go all the way back. He's probably going to see the Void Ray, though. And this Overlord is not completely on location. A little bit of a misplay here from the Blue Zerg. And this Adept does come in here and get 3 kills as well at the same time. So that's what happened. He was focused on the Adept play down here and just misplayed getting the Overlord on top of the pillar. And that cost him a lot, actually. 3 drones and a dead Overlord. That's not the kind of loss you want this early in the game. He is going to identify, though, the Stargate. And now he's got some Zerglings on the way on the other side of the map, so he can see what's going on, at least at the natural wall. Unfortunately for Zerg, that's 2 Overlords really early, and he doesn't have an idea as to how many Stargates this is. All he sees is 1 Void Ray. See, what does the Zerg's vision look like? Yeah, he doesn't know. 411, still no base from the Protoss, but I think that's still standard. And the Zerglings are coming back. Or the 1 Ling now at this point. And there are 2 Void Rays. They are, 1 Void Ray and 1 Oracle. They are in a pattern of Void Ray is going to kill stuff, and well, the Oracle's going to go kill other stuff too. This Oracle is going to come down here, and there are 2 Queens that are, wow, good positioning. He didn't see that. That was just a, you know, I'm moving the Queens over because I want them to get ready for creeping, and perfect positioning. Good good. That wards off the Oracle. He takes some hull damage and flies back home. Now he's going to get in position, though, to defend a third base on location. You know, actually everyone is on location for Protoss, so that was a really silly thing to say. So, Stargate's been identified. We have a Roach War on the way. I don't see a Spire. There's the Hydra deck. Okay. Thought, say, we're about to see some like really crazy Roach Queen timing. Like, that would be super dope. I want to see how that goes. But not so much. Forge in the back, I think that's pretty interesting. So whenever I watch Revolt play, I feel like he's a very stable type of Protoss. He plays a very safe style. It's like, I'm going to make the appropriate amount of units and I'm going to expand. He's not like some greedy, I'm going to take a 330 Nexus on the third base. It doesn't happen. So this is exactly the type of stuff I expect to see from Revolt. He went into double Stargate, and now he's going to start getting the upgrades. But good timing. He's going to defense it up instead of playing, you know, greedy by not doing the defense things. Zerg is taken to the base, and now he knows there are 3 Void Rays over here, so he can move some Queens in position, which is what he's going to do. And hopefully the 4th base doesn't get brought down for Zerg. This Creep Tumor will finish shortly, but can't transfuse a hatch in progress, so let's hope these Queens do enough to push this away for the Blue Zerg. I don't think it will. Nope. That base is canceled, not killed, which is good. That drone's going to sit there and just drop it again a little bit later than what he had hoped for, but it's getting done. 5 Void Rays now on the map. This should be the key. This should be the clue, right? There's 5 Void Rays at this time. He's probably not spending his Chrono 100% with Stargate because that wouldn't make sense. So you know, hey, this is some aggressive double Stargate type of stuff. And he is banking up the units in his base. He is getting ready for potentially some aggression. He's stopped at 64 drones. I don't know if that's because his 4th just isn't up yet. Peak efficiency at each of his bases minus the main. So this is good. I like what we're seeing from the Zerg. And Revolt is getting up, you know, the appropriate mining that he needs to do at his bases. He's only down 2 workers. I think we're about to see a really strong Hydra bust here whenever the +1 attack and maybe the range is done. 2 extractors do go down. Now we're going to take down a Spore. Nope. Cancels the thing, flies away. On the right side of the map, here goes the Hydras, right? So is this the tell for Revolt, the fact that only Queens defended? Does he realize what's coming his way? There are Prism, Stasis, Thingamabob traps set up. Will it be enough? Will he disable a few Hydras that give him the opportunity to come in and clean this up with Void Rays? We're going to see. Carrier's now on the way. There's not a huge gateway presence here from the Protoss. From the Protoss. He does see these Hydras mid-map, so that gives him the idea, hey, why are you guys mid-map? Why are the 3 Hydras just chilling here? He's going to come down here to this base and try to do some damage. Meanwhile, Zerg pushes straight into the space between the 3rd and the natural, and he's going to take out all the interceptors on that carrier. Lings, Roaches, and Hydras are here in position. Shield Battery Overcharge is used, but it goes down. On the other side of the map, the Void Rays are returning. They did not kill that base. And now the Protoss is in a dire situation where all of his units are cut off from each other. And I don't think he has enough DPS from the sky to take down this army. There's a lot of Hydras here. And there is stuff going on at each location at the moment. Probes run away and they are taking some severe damage. 28 workers now remain. 40 probes have been lost. And the Voids are going to come in and try to attack these Hydras. There's just too much anti-air from the ground here for Zerg, and I think we're going to see a GG called here shortly. Another carrier does get warped in, but he's going to fly right into the Hydras, and he is going to die. This was a very good and decisive timing here from the Zerg player. He's going to now go up into the main and start taking out the remaining Stargates, and a few Zealots are going to be warped in. This carrier will not finish. And now we've got what is going to be a 1-base Protoss against a 5-base Zerg. Will there be enough here to repel this? I do not think the answer is yes. GG, well played is called. It's really unfortunate. Spawning in the top left corner on the map Romanticide, representing Risen Competitive. It's the Blue Zerg, Raz. With a little bit of lag, because my internet in El Paso, Texas is garbage. Spawning in the bottom right corner, representing TSOP. It is the Red Protoss. Secret. So, there's this thing, right? If you name yourself Secret, your match history doesn't exist. So who knows what he's going to do? If you want to peep his history, who knows? It could be a proxy 4-gate Zealot, or it could be, a triple Nexus first. We'll never know. I'm just kidding. That's a meme. It's a meme because his name is Secret. I had to. Probe already on the other side of the map, though, and he's going to be obnoxious. It was a really early scout, but in order to get that done, you deny a base. You be annoying. He's going to drop a pylon, but Zerg reactively seeing the probe, identifying that there was probably going to be a pylon block. That's weird. Lag at that moment. I didn't see any lag. Do we need to pause? Not. Why not? Okay. Well, I'm confused. But either way, he got the thing down and delayed the base slightly, being annoying. Pool first was done by Raz as a response to the fact the probe got there very quickly. Because if you don't do that first and you go to kill the probe and then they make a freaking pylon and you're at like 500 minerals now, like that's a heartbreaker. Oh, let's get this stuff set up. Boom. Oh. Wow. Okay. Come on. There we go. Okay, so it looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulty. Secret is dealing with a little bit of lag. So we're just going to take a pause for a moment. Hopefully these guys can get this fixed out and squared away. Gate Nexus Psi was the actual response here from the Protoss. Follow up to his early game block of the hatchery shenanigans. Well, we're paused, so what better to do other than fucking take another sip of this fucking vodka cranberry. Let's go. And check Facebook. Hola vengo a ver al Seropo. Look, bro, I'll be honest. I have no idea what you said. Except for hello. But I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. I'm working on the Spanish. Okay. All right, going. And, Eugene.
Game resumed.
Oh, the lady's texting me. I can't reply to that yet. I got StarCraft to cast. Alright, so this Overlord's going to come in now and see, hey, there's a gateway core and another base, so it's not like a one base all-in type of shenanigans. This boy is going to come out of this area as the drone rolls in. He's going back to the base now, too. He's just going to pop out, get away. Dude does miss a scout in the base. I wonder if he was expecting a specific timing. And once that hit, pulls the probe out and reacts according to the fact there's not a base down yet at that point. Okay, that's rallied to his natural. And so, looks pretty standard. Guys pulled off gas, so Zerg is looking to just do some drony boy things. And Protoss is not going to go hardcore into Stargate. We are going to see a Stargate opener cancels. So, okay. That's really interesting. He didn't see the Overlord, so he doesn't know that it was scouted, right? But Raz did scout the fact that there was a Stargate, and then also the fact that then it got canceled. and turn into a Twilight Council. So this could be some like super big, mega mind game thing that he doesn't even know that he did. Right? Like, I don't even know. I don't know what you do. I don't know how you open Stargate and then abort it and do something else. I think we're going to see a charge Adept Immortal all in. A charge lot Immortal all in. I think that's the response. And again, he didn't see that there was another base. He left at a specific timing and then didn't proceed to scout any further. He didn't even scout this either. And now it's going to start dropping more gateways. Yeah, we're going to see a really aggressive type of play here. 5 gateways on the way, and this Stalker did ward away the Overlord. And Raz sitting here knowing that there's at least a Twilight Council on the way. Yeah, that's right, Baby Barks. Push me to GM, boy. Let's go. Warp Prism completed now. Let's see what else. Okay, well, that's a lot of gateways. That's a lot. Look at the bottom right, guys. That's 8. With charge out almost done. Oh, and he pulled off gas too. Oh, this is so straight all in. He's going to make as many charge lots as he can. No Immortals. It doesn't matter. His goal right now is to end the game. What is going on the other side of the map? Roaches are being created. He senses something is up. It's 5:14. You still don't have another base. So he's going to need a good amount of roaches, and he's going to need a good amount of queens and micro in order to hold this. He's continuing to pump roaches. Now he's making raptors. He senses something is up based on the scout here. He might have seen the prism go across the map, and I just missed that. Sorry, team. But this is a really good old style all in. They actually changed the Overlord. We'll talk about it in a minute. He's going to go ahead and sit up here and get in a choke so that way he can do have maximum efficiency. Oh, a lot of Zealots are going to get destroyed by... Wow. Okay, so everything that could have gone wrong here for Secret went wrong, right? Raz got onto a ramp. The Warp Prism just got destroyed. And, well, that's it. That's it. I don't know what you can really do from this point as the Protoss to come back in. You lost your ability to warp in on the other side of the map, and you're doing a 2-base all-in, and you didn't take gas, or you took boys off of gas. The goal was to kill him right there. That was a really aggressive move with the Prism, and if it worked, it could have been really good, but it didn't work. Did not pay off. And he still has not taken another base yet either. And now it's getting, well, pooped on by creep. And he's still just making charge lots. So it's going to be a while before he can clear that out. Well, Stalker's going to come in and do the thing, and, well, it's only one Stalker. Well, he's going to stop pooping creep, but, you know. This Warp Prism is going to get identified as well. Now he knows. You got a lot of units there. You got a Warp Prism moving across the map. So, this is a really bad position for the Protoss. There's really not much else that needs to be said about that. Lo siento, no comprende español, un poco hablar. Again, I'm responding to the chat that was 2 minutes ago because of the delay, but yeah. Well, someone's calling someone love. That's all I got. There's a lot of roaches and ravagers here for Raz. And, TSOP, our boy here, looking like maybe he was going for a fake, I'm expanding, but I'm actually not expanding. I'm going to make a lot more units to go across the map, and these units are going to engage this huge Roach Ravager army, but it's not going to be enough. He does try to run by and see if he can go for mineral lines. GG is called WTF. Alpha Team League. Spawning in the top right corner on the map, Jagannatha. It is. The red Protoss, representing Risen Competitive, Mog Skynet. And in the bottom left-hand corner, representing Team TSOP, it is the blue Zerg, Dante. Is this Dante from the Inferno? Or is this just Dante? Let's see what happens. You can't make Hellions, so there's no flames. Low ground pylon once again. Very standard. I'll be honest, I think this is a really Zerg-favored map. This is coming from a Terran perspective. I hate TVZ here. Absolutely hate it. But I also hate TVP here. But I also always hate TVP. So, I still think this is a good map for Zerg. I feel like getting across to attack any of these bases down here. I'm sorry. Up here. Just kidding. Down here. For Zerg. Is difficult for any player as Protoss or Terran. I think that you can creep the crap out of this area very quickly. And it's difficult. So I expect to see some really strong showing here from Dante. Red has not yet identified that this other base is taken. He's going to go over here and check now. He does build into the pylon here, which is money that's not spent on his side of the map at the moment. Baby Barks, I always love to engage with the viewers. It's easier when I drink. Forge. Okay. Whoa. All right. So we got a Forge. Nexus. Forge Nexus. Nexus first Forge. One of the two. Either way, there's a pylon on the other side of the map. And this base is really far away for Dante to have to run to. This is really cheeky. Like, super cheeky cheek. He's going to see what's going on, but it's like, it's too late. You can't pull drones to deal with this. By the time they get there, it's already like a dead hatchery. Mog coming out with a cheeky cheek. Game number... Okay, hatch gets canceled. It's done. It's no longer a hatchery. Hatch doesn't exist. He's going to let that boy finish, though, and he's going to come back and say, hey, well, I'm going to have to take another base. So, 224, another base has to be taken. Zerg says, you know what, that's really not nice. Let's kill the pylon, take that base, and I'm going to go up to Double Gas Roach. So we're going to highly likely see some Ravager aggression here. Double Gas is now finishing for the Protoss player. He's probably going to go Stargate as a follow-up. Real talk, this is what I do against Zerg. I love it. It works really well. There is a window here right now for the Zerg. He has to get over there and do damage, but, well, he's going Lair instead. I don't know how I feel about the response. Maybe we're going to see like a Roach Nidus into the main. A Ling Nidus Queen. Not sure. Core is halfway done. Now again, guys, this is it. Like, Dante needs to bring his best or else they are going to lose this match. If Dante ties it up, we go to the ace. Don't know who's going to play that. Both teams have to decide, but that's where we're at the moment. Can Dante bring it back in? Mog senses something could be amiss and builds some shield batteries and an extra pylon to defend whatever could be coming his way. What's the follow-up? There's the Stargate, fellas. Wow. Okay. So, we're going to go very quickly into Spire here. Not going to lie, I've had some hit and miss with this. Dante is the Cyril Tico. What are you guys talking about? I agree, Mog is really disgusting. Yes, Steven, I hate this map. 10 out of 10. I promise you, if you ever play me, this map is vetoed. If you're trying to snipe me on ATL, it's not going to be here. It ain't happening. Again, double Stargate now from Mog. So, like, there's this weird window, right, where Dante could have, like, a couple Void Rays. I'm sorry. Mog could have a couple Void Rays, but then Dante can be like, surprise, I'm here with, you know, 6 mutas, and I'm going to start killing your stuff. If Dante gets to the other side of the map while Mog is still building just Void Rays, and like they're over here somewhere on this left side in this area, he could get a lot of damage from these probes. He could snipe these pylons, and take out a lot of whatever's going on at this base. And that could be bad. And now Dante knows that there's a Void Ray as well. So there's Stargate. It's been confirmed. He's getting plus air attack. And there's no Phoenixes on the way. There is like a point where Void Rays trade well, and then they don't trade well anymore against Mutas. You're right, Mog the Mad Lad. Mog is mad. And he's a lad. No additional units being built out of the Stargate. This is going to supply block the Zerg. He does have a total of 8 Mutas. And they are going to be found out. If Mog was looking at that, I don't know if he was, but if he was, he knows that there's Mutas now. And he's making the Phoenix. He did see it. He knows what's happening. Another Stargate potentially going to go down. Nope. Thought about it. Decided against it. The Void Rays are going to get found in the middle of the map, but again, like I was saying, there's a point where Void Rays trade well against Mutas, and then all of a sudden they don't. Based on the unit count, they still trade well. So he is going to force a lot of Phoenix. And what's next for the Zerg? He's going to continue to make Mutas, which don't trade well against Phoenix. Not at all, actually. It's really not okay. But hey, guys, we're going to go straight up to Hive. Let's go. Steven, you're 2 minutes behind me, but what are your thoughts on this? I want to know your thoughts 2 minutes from now. Mog does take the time to defend all of his bases against Mutas as well, so these guys aren't going to get nearly as much done as they want to get done. There are cannons, there are Void Rays, and they are going to get aggroed right into those cannons and run away. A couple Phoenix are going to chase them and knock down, not entirely. They're going to not find each other, and life's going to go on. But Mog is in a really good position. Don't let the supply fool you. We have a Zerg who's going into air and a Protoss who's going into air. That gets cleaned up, but Phoenix are good against Mutas. Like, you just can't attack the Phoenix. They just fly away. So I want to see either some good Queen usage from the Zerg or Corruptors. Maybe Corruptors could be really good. Clear this up. These guys are going to engage blows in the middle of the map, it looks like. A couple Mutas do go down. Sorry, guys. I was looking at Twitch chat. Another Overlord's going to go down. These boys are just going to fly away. I want to fly away. That's a song. If you're a 90s baby, you probably heard that song. Your parents probably sing. I'm going to need to make another drink soon. And we're going to see a transition here straight into Hydra Lurker. Ooh, that's quick. So, on the ground, there's like nothing here. There's actually nothing. There is no ground presence right now. We are going to see him go into carriers, which, as we saw in the game against Revolt, like, there's a window where you could get a critical mass of Hydras, and there's not even a critical mass of carriers, and then your carriers just kind of die. Lose interceptors and lose their ability to be strong. Interceptors have really low health, so shield battery doesn't exactly give them much benefit because they just die before the shield battery can do the thing. But now he's going to see the Factor R Hydras. He's going to start picking up some boys. And he has enough Phoenix here. He's going to continue to pick up these boys and do whatever damage he can. A couple Hydras are going to fall. I don't think I saw any Phoenix fall there. Maybe one? Now these Hydras are going to roll off creep, and they're going to bully away the Phoenix, which are just going to fly over here to an undefended location. And they're going to continue to fly away. Spores are dropped. Whoa! Brood War. Hello. God, those are so beautiful. Back when carriers like were actually the unstoppable force. Carrier Arbiter. You remember that? You know, back when the graphics were like non-existent. And we'd play like, you know, 3v3 fastest micro zero clutter. Okay, so Dante gonna come here and see that this base is also now being taken. He's gonna try to kill as much as he can before the shield battery and the other units complete. But these Phoenix are just gonna kill all of the mutas because there's not a single thing they can do against that many Phoenix. For all of those of you who don't know, Phoenix hard counter mutalisks. And then there's an upgrade that makes them hard to counter them even more. So like you take the hard counter and then you just counter harder? Yeah, that's what you do. But you know, good thing on Dante, he did identify that he was going to lose that air battle, and he didn't commit to whatever kind of air weirdness was going to happen. And he said, "I'm going to go Hydra Lurk. I'll make Hydras. I'll kill your interceptors, and I'll kill you, and then I'm going to kill your whatever you make on the ground with the lurkers." Mog taking out a 5th base. These Phoenix are going to continue to do whatever you want to do. We've got a 5-base Zerg against an almost 5-base Protoss. We are going into like the middle to the late game here in this matchup. I think that Mog is giving the Zerg a lot of freedom. Like, Mog had a really good lead for a while, right? But as this Hydralisk count does start to get large, we're approaching maxed out armies, and there's only so many carriers. There's a lot of Phoenix. Depending on where this fight takes place and what kind of spellcasters are involved, we could see Dante here start to bully the Protoss out of the game due to the fact that it's going to be Hydras versus an army of, you know, these Phoenix aren't going to do anything, and then some Void Rays which aren't effective. Also, one of the things I've learned, DT Shrine is on the way, from playing Protoss is you need something to support the carriers against Mass Hydra. Mothership's great, but like, boy, you need some Storm. And then the game ends, usually, for me. Yeah, bro, I love the skin too. Pistola. The skin is good. Sixth base now on the way, and he's going to start to move out on the map a little bit. His creep thread is going really strong. Not a lot going on here to contest the creep. There is a DT on the way down to one of these bottom bases. There are Spores and Queen in location. The Queen probably will die. Well, I lost the DT. He's down there. That's the problem with him. Yo! Okay, no, he does show up as red. About to say. That pulls the entire army down here to the bomb, though. And Vipers are now on the field as well, so he can pull carriers into whatever he wants. There are Archons, which are good, like against a Corruptor-based army, but will they ever get close enough to the Hydralisk to matter? I don't know. They could be a good buffer, though. Energy. For you know, shield buffer. Like, they have a lot of health. 5 DTs on the way to the bottom of the map. This base probably is going to go down. It's low on health. These armies are setting up for a big engagement here. This Mothership is going to get abducted, and they are going to start to engage. Mothership abducted again. Mothership looks like it will be focused, and it does go down. A lot of Hydras do fall in the process, though. Rebuilding Hydras, of course, during the fight. A lot of interceptors here. There's not enough. He's going to have to run away from this. Base in the bottom right does go down from the DTs. And the Archons are proving me wrong, and they are getting some damage done. Hydras are being lifted, and this Protoss army is going to start to clear out this base. GG is called. Well played.